What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Ooh, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T is the Get Right Podcast, man, and we are back. We're almost, we on the finish line, man. Not yet. We on that home stretch is what they say to the season finale, man. And I'm never rolling solo, man, but I only got one of the two partners that I roll with, man. The homie Rod, man, he doing his thing in the ATL, shawty. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get some of them. Make sure you get some of them lemon pepper wings, man, with Lou Will out there, Rod. But as always, man, I got the other partner with me, Mr. Misconception, the Trigger Man. Currently, DC, what's good, bro?
I keep telling you, ain't no misconception, man. It's your boy DC in the place to be, aka the Trigger Man. Shout out to my 80s babies. Let's go.
Let's get it, bro. We're gonna get right into it, man. There's a story going out, man, right in your neck of the woods, bro, in Columbia, South Carolina. The New York Knicks are like, since we can't talk to Jason Kidd, and since we can't talk to any other coaches, everybody's just shunning us. We interviewed Mike Brown, former Kings head coach, and Taylor Jenkins, former Memphis Grizzly coach. What Dawn Staley up to in Columbia? So rumors are swirling that the Knicks did reach out to the University of South Carolina for permission to talk to Dawn Staley. How you feel about that, bro? I feel some kind of way about it. Not in a bad way, but I got some thoughts.
I mean, shout out to Dawn for the look. You know what I mean?
That's testament to her work.
Yeah, definitely a testament to her work. If there were a woman coach, a woman to break that barrier and be the first female head coach of a NBA team, I would say it would be Dawn Staley. With that being said, I'm just not sure if the association is ready for that. Specifically, I'm not sure if the locker room is ready for that. Like, people look at basketball and professional sports, and you see what's on TV, you see the lights, and you see, men performing at a high level. Pause. But like, what you kind of forget is it's still sports. Yeah. There's still a locker room. There's things that happen. There's a reason you don't really see cameras in the locker room. There's just things that said, things that happen in the practice facility, off camera, between men, that kind of stays between men. And so to have a woman heading the locker room, I'm not sure if the locker room is ready for that. X's and O's, she got it. You know what I mean? As far as how to motivate people to be the best version of themselves, she got it.
Absolutely.
I just wonder about how it looks, not even her, but any woman trying to kind of rein in that locker room culture, bro. Yeah. It's different. It's different in that locker room, bro. That's the only thing that gives me pause, is I just don't know if the league and the players are ready to accept that, man. That's my only hang up.
I think they are. And I'll use this example. Like, shout out Dawn Staley for getting that look. Like I said, testament to her game, what she's doing. I don't think she's finished in Columbia. Job not done.
Yeah, and you're right. For selfish reasons, I want her to stay. All right. Yeah. We got more rings to get down here in Columbia.
Yeah, job not done. Like, she on Geno head, bro. And I think that's where she want to be at. And Pat Summitt, the late great. I think that's where she want to get on that Mount Rushmore. When you say like the men ain't ready for it, I would say I think they are, but I think the coach that would be ready for it and that's already been in that is Becky Hammond for Las Vegas, the Aces, because that was Pop's right hand for 3 years before she took that head coach job at the Spurs. So people forget that. Becky was the assistant coach.
Assistant coach, yeah.
That was Pop when unfortunately, when Pop's wife, before she passed, was going through some things. Becky was head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Becky been there. You know what I'm saying? And the Spurs ain't no walk in the park, no slouch. Yeah, they having, some up and down seasons, but That's still a prestigious organization. You know what I mean? And she led it, and she was on the practice facilities, in the facilities, in the gyms, doing all those things. You know what I mean? Obviously, when the Aces came to be, and they tapped her on the shoulder, Pop was like, "Yeah, go be a head coach." You know what I'm saying? Like, go. You know what I'm saying? This is the next step for you. And so I
Proof
think
is in the
Becky,
pudding as far as what she's done in Vegas.
what's what, three out of 4? 3 or 4
Yeah.
years now, 3 out of 5 coming. Like, I think Becky is the one. No slight to Dawn. I think Becky, and I only said it because Becky already has the NBA experience.
Yeah.
And the players know her. It's
Hey,
not
and it's
like none of
already
these players like, who's Becky Hammond? Man, they know her, bro. Anybody who know Pop, know they staff. You know what I'm saying? Like Pop was one of them ones, bro. So that's why I look at it as, like, I think it's Becky. I would look at Becky Hammond, then Dawn. And maybe maybe the Aces, maybe Al Davis Jr. probably said, fuck no. Can't talk to her. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Knicks been reaching out to everybody, and everybody be like, nope.
Yeah.
I already know what you're trying to do. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Timberwolves said, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Mav said, nope. Chicago Bulls said, nope. I ain't heard nobody rocking with them, bro. No one's really, and this is really a testament to Jim Dolan. Ain't nobody rocking.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
about to ask why you think that is.
It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy Dolan. James Dolan. Chairman of the Knicks. Nobody rocking on, bro. He did Tibbs dirty. You let a coach go who pretty much brought this organization from obscurity. When last time the Knicks really been good like this consistently?
Been 20 years, I would say.
Right? And every year they gotten better with him in the chair. It wasn't like, oh man, one game better. No, they're about to be the top. They're about to run the East.
So you think this is karma for running
Oh,
Tom Thibodeau out of town?
hell yes. You know how many people so upset about that, bro? It was a former, not just Knicks players around the league was like, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Some of the podcasts we follow, All the Smoke, Gil's Arena. No one has to know, and no one's everybody having a hard time making sense of that decision. But then they say, well, we kind of know who the owner is, so is it really that surprising? So like, that's what the last go-to is. Like, I don't get it.
So you think this is like a Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson kind of thing where you got a successful coach, but
it's gonna come out. Yeah, it's gonna come out because I think Tibbs, he had that same sauce in Minnesota too, where he had more control. But Minnesota was winning too. Don't forget that when he was there too. It was a playoff team, and so he had a little bit more control. And I'm pretty sure he was probably like, "Hey, here's the things I want to do next season." And they probably like, "Nah, we tired of taking your shit, even though your shit worked. Tired of taking your shit." James Dolan and Stephen A. Spike, they always said, man, every time when it comes down to the Knicks and some things don't make sense, he's making it about him.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta remind you who's the top dog. You don't have to remind me nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of the, the greatest owners, I ain't trying to slight your boy Jerry, but some of the real great owners, bro, they just sit back and chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah,
Jeff Lurie, the Eagles.
Jerry can catch some strays, bro.
Yeah, he can.
Bump Jerry, bro.
He can catch some strays. Bro, it's true though. Look at Lurie, Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know Harry Roseman. He's like a celebrity. The general manager. People know him. You know what I'm saying? Lurie just like, hey, figure it out. I'll cut the check, but you got to stay. Here's the cap. So you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do, how you do it. You just got to figure it out. And I'm just going to shut the hell up and I'm sitting in the back. You know what I'm saying? It started getting weird in New England when Bob Kraft was like, all right, we got to figure out something new. That's when it started getting weird. You was winning. You was sitting in the back, letting Bill and Tom do that thing. And now you started coming out of the woodworks a little bit. And it started getting weird. It always happens, man, when people, bro, you got the spotlight. You making billions. You good.
Making billions with a B.
You good, bro. But it goes back to wanting that spotlight, man. But I say all that to circle back. I think Becky Hammond would be first option. I don't think I think Dawn would take the call.
Dawn would take the call just off GP, but she ain't going nowhere. I don't see it.
But I think she can like, nah, this is what it is. This is where I'm at. It's a lot of young ladies out here in this world that she not done. I don't want to use the word grooming because it sounds weird saying it like that, but there's a lot of ones that she's, going to be a mentor to and motivated to be even great later in their lives. So I think she's going to be the next Pat Summitt. She might surpass Pat Summitt. I'd love to see that. And then Gino, she's chasing Gino. And Gino know it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
We
That's right. And
know.
I think the same thing. I think she has unfinished business
Yeah,
in
bro. I think
college.
she got 3. She got at least 3 more in her.
Yeah.
I'm talking about chips.
Okay, how about that? 3 chips, 3 years.
Chips.
Yeah.
If she can get 3 chips in like 7 years, she there.
Yeah.
You got to put her on that. You got to put her on there with the Pat Summits and Gino Ariamas of the world, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then on
Even
top of that,
John
it's
Wooden.
just
Even John Wooden. You can put her up next to and Coach K. You can put her up next to them dudes too.
yeah.
If
And
she
I
get
think
3 more
also,
in 7 years, bro, sign her up, bro. She already in the Hall
yeah.
of Fame as a player and what she contributed. Nah, but put her up.
No, I think also the fact that she's still winning. I mean, it's just hard to walk away from a winning situation. I mean,
Consistently.
yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think she's got another great freshman class coming up on top of
Every year.
yeah.
The
So
rich
it's
get
like
richer.
right. So you've got some of the best freshmen coming in. You have an NCAA finalist team still. Like I mean, it's hard to walk away from that. I think maybe if she had a couple down years, you'd be like, you know what? Yeah, it's time to move on. Try to find something, a new challenge. But she's still white hot out here. Um, she gets a lot of love in
Hotter than fish
Columbia.
grease, bro.
She got the keys to the city in Columbia,
Literally.
bruh. So I don't see her leaving, and
I mean,
I don't want
she's
her
the
to
queen of
leave.
the Carolinas. When you look at women's basketball, Duke, North Carolina women's basketball, they okay. They make the tournament and stuff. But she's the queen of both states.
Yeah, I mean, if she
Like I
honestly,
can
I
go.
would
She can
say,
sit in any living room in North or South Carolina and take somebody's kid. Easy,
yeah, and I would say
easy.
that she's also she put women's basketball on the map, bro. Let's keep it real. Women, people are the masses are not really watching women's basketball.
She's in the top.
Caitlin,
She's top 5.
Caitlin Clark
Caitlin Clark,
obviously had a
Juju.
huge role
Uh-huh.
in the visibility, but
Yeah, Juju. But
Dawn
it's
Staley
Dawn, and
is
she's not even playing. To your point,
yeah. Well, and she's put the system in place for you to want to watch year over year versus watch one phenom like a Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is come and gone, but that South Carolina system that puts up great basketball and entertaining basketball
yeah.
is still there, even if the faces are new. She put that system in
Check it
place.
out, man. It's somebody I can always check on because we already
Yeah.
know Aja. Shout out, man. Shout out to her shoes. Her shoes fire, by the way.
Did you
But
just say Aja?
yeah, Asia Wilson. I've been saying Aja for
Yeah.
I don't know how many seasons. Asia,
Yeah.
please forgive me. Asia's team management, the
Yo, who is
supporters,
Aja?
please forgive me. Asia, because her shoe, man. Again, shoes are fire. Shout out to you on the shoe deal as well. But you came out of South Carolina too. You were one of the best.
You said that with confidence,
3-time
bro.
MVP. I did.
That
But
makes me
hey,
think of my daughter, man. One time we had a little kickback
oh yeah,
and
Atlians.
Atlians, bro.
I was there.
That's right.
Yeah, she called that Outkast album Atlians. Yeah.
Yo, that's still a proud dad moment. The fact that my daughter
Hey, yeah,
at
man.
least
Hey,
knows
Uncle
AT
love you
aliens.
because she listened to the show. Unc love you too. So
Yeah,
don't think we bashing
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's still a proud
Love you.
dad moment.
Yeah.
That my daughter even knows music from
The
1996.
fact that she listens to it and she was like, I really like that album. And I was like, it's dope you like the album, but it's not the name.
Yeah,
Same with me. I love Aja Wilson. But
yeah,
I know Aja's not a name. She's the
yeah.
who. But
And considering it
you
came
got
out
the
like 6 years or 7 years before she was even born,
Yep.
I'll let that slide.
Yeah. But
I'll
Aja
let that
Wilson,
slide.
like you said, came out. Next
Yeah,
person. Oh, we gonna check. Aaliyah Boston. I mean, who we checking
yeah.
for now? Malaysia Fulwali. Who was we checking for with Malaysia? Oh, what's her name? From the Samoan from Hawaii. Tina
Juju,
Papau.
pop out. Yeah,
She
huh.
in the league too.
Yeah, pow pow.
And like
Yeah,
you always checking for somebody. Like
it's a
you
factory.
literally always checking for
I mean,
somebody.
she's created a
Hey,
factory down
hey.
there, bro. You want to go to the league? It goes through South Carolina. Go to. It's like Disney. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get on the Disney show, you guaranteed to be the next Justin Timberlake or
you go,
Ariana Grande,
yeah.
bro. It's
You
like
on
Disney.
Nickelodeon. You on Nick Team. You about to blow up.
You about to
You
blow,
on your
bro.
way, bro.
You know, speaking of basketball, man. I know this is not college, but
Yeah,
did you watch the draft at all?
I did.
And
I liked it.
Cooper Flagg, of
We
course,
already knew
went to
that was.
Dallas.
Yeah,
We knew
yeah.
that was going to happen. But
That was set up.
yeah, but what's
Yeah.
crazy is what's gone viral is Braun has a podcast, Mind the Game, and he was talking about how Cooper Flagg was going into like the best situation possible because
Yes.
he's He's gonna have multiple Hall of Famers he's playing under.
Yeah, he won it.
Yeah, great culture. He's not going to the worst team in the league. And he compared it to his situation. He's like, I went to Cleveland. He didn't have all that in Cleveland.
It was a shit show, bro.
Yeah, bro. And what's crazy is how it went viral and people like dissecting it. Some people tried to take it as him taking shots at Cooper. Some people said it was taking shots at Cleveland. And to me, it was just a statement of fact.
I was
Especially if you watch the whole thing.
What
like
we say, he wasn't. Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
He's not. He wasn't lying, and then he wasn't even like joking or laughing or snickering or anything like that. Like, bruh, Cooper Flagg is coming into a beautiful situation. He doesn't have to be the man. He can come out and be the second or third option. You know what I mean? And just work his way into the game.
So they asked him about that, right? So you know when you get drafted, you get 2 days, you get 48 hours, you got to fly in, and your news conference, all that good stuff, right? So you get your 48 hours because it's a press run. You do your press run the next day, and then you got to get on a plane and you fly to your team that drafted you, and you hold your jersey up, all that good stuff. So in the press conference, they brought that up about what LeBron said. Cooper said, "Bro, it is a blessing to not be the focal point starting my career because I get the freedom to be me and learn."
Right.
When anybody want that?
Right.
When someone say, "Hey, DC, we're gonna give you a high-paying job. All we want you to do is just learn." Wait, you want to take this high-paying job because in corporate society, so anybody who taking shots, everybody working 9 to 5. Wouldn't you want to say, "Man, we're gonna pay you like a CEO, but we don't want you to do CEO shit. Just chill."
Yeah.
Like, who's turning that down? Who's turning that down?
Yeah, no, it's a great situation.
I think bro, he came into Kyrie, AD, man. Gafford just resigned a center, man. Yeah. You're playing with a Hall of Fame player as a coach. You know what I'm saying? That's a coach now. Kid, man, what are we talking about? I mean, LeBron didn't lie, man. It made sense. But I saw that and people was like, "Oh, he taking a shot at Cleveland, or he think Cooper can't handle it." No, he can handle it. You saw what he did at Duke.
Right.
You saw what he did at Duke. He's a freshman, bro. He's the player of the year. He's the player of the year. Not just the ACC, the conference he was in. Every single D1 program.
Yeah, the entire country.
That contended for a national championship. Said he was that dude.
He's better than everybody.
Like, no.
Freshman, senior, junior, don't matter.
No, sophomore. He showed up every primetime game. If you watch Duke when they played the primetime games, night games, he showed up. Because everybody was like Auburn, that guy Broom, he got drafted by the Sixers in the second round. They was like, "Oh, he the player of the year." Auburn and Duke played. Who showed up? They both did, but who carried their team to the finish line? Because it went down to the wire.
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg did.
Yeah, Cooper.
Lights got bright, went in. You know what I'm saying? And even his players, sophomores, juniors, seniors, even told him during the tournament, "Hey, bro, you got to be aggressive." And that sounds like Tyronn Lue talking to LeBron. "Bro, I've been doing everything. We're in the Elite 8. What do you mean I need to be more aggressive?" Yeah. I need more of you, bro, because we can't win without you.
Right.
And then, of course, they beat my squad, Bama. But Cooper Flagg, bro, like, he one of the ones, bro. And, like, everybody, he came out of nowhere. For me, I didn't really peep the scene until, like, probably, like, when he committed to Duke, and I started following him. And then,
for me, it wasn't until the Olympics, honestly. Like, I didn't.
The Olympics. So I'll say, in that Netflix series, you saw a little speckle of it, and people was like, "Oh, this kid, one of the ones." Yeah. And you got people like Kevin Durant, who's a hooper, and like what Udonis Haslam say, yo, he's your favorite hooper's hooper. He's your favorite hooper's favorite hooper. Like KD saying like, "Oh, he nice with it," and LeBron saying, who he just gushes over people with high IQs.
Yeah.
Bro.
Gotta love that. Yeah. I do too. And
he just played against the top people. He just played against Tyrese. You think about it, he was going against Tyrese Halliburton and Edwards. Two of the guys that one was in the finals and one was on the door.
Hooping.
Every day. For 3 months. Like, come on, bro. Like, he is good. And he ain't got to do all that. I mean, Garrett and Kyrie ain't going to be playing this season, but I got AD.
Yeah, you got AD. You'll have Kyrie around All-Star, I guess, something like that.
Yeah, they say Kyrie might sit the season out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I get it. I mean, because he's older, and I think this is his second major injury.
Yep.
So, yeah,
because he tore a tendon in his knee before. This is a third major injury. He dislocated his kneecap. That was in the NBA Finals. The first time around when LeBron came back, dislocated his knee. and then he tore a ligament in his knee in Boston. So
yeah, you're right. So yeah, now that you mentioned, he might be even more of a focal point.
Yeah, he might be, but they got
than we originally anticipated.
But Dallas looking for a point guard. They're looking for a vet point guard. They even, of course, we talked about it. Drew Holiday. I don't know what that Boston having a fire sale because they run out of money. But they said Dallas. Dallas talking to Portland about.
Yeah, and you got to figure this season is a wash for Boston because they're not going to have
Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
That ain't a wash.
All they're gonna have is Jaylen Brown, which Jaylen Brown, he's nice, but he's not take your team to the chip.
So you saying Boston? You saying Boston? White flag in this?
Yeah. That's why they're doing the sell off. They're gearing up for the 26-27 season. 25-26 is a wrap for them. That's why they're doing all of this. So he's like, what's the point? Because here's the thing, like, what's the point of spending all that money if you're not going to win? Well, if you don't think you're going to win.
So do you think they tanking? Because if you get in the playoffs, then what was the point of getting in the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I do think they're tanking. Yeah, I do think they're tanking. I think they're tanking to get into the lottery next year, and then
that's tough.
Maybe they luck up and bring in somebody who can be a good role player for them. Jason Tatum, get Jason Tatum back, get Jaylen Brown back, and
I don't think Jaylen Brown got that in him to be tanking. I don't think Jaylen Brown got that in him to be doing that, bro. I don't know.
But you say he ain't got it. I mean, if he doesn't have the pieces around him, he doesn't really have a choice.
I mean, this is his time to shine. He's always even though last year he was the Finals MVP, but this is his time to shine to be letting people know he can be one of them dudes too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, I mean, they still got. I mean, they got rid of Kristaps, which wasn't a big. It helps Atlanta more than it helps Boston because Al Horford is one of those guys who play more. I mean, they still got all their pieces, but Drew and Kristaps. So they got everybody else coming back. I think it works. I think they 4th or 5th seed in the East.
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the East weak.
Yeah.
The East is weak. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Rod, man. I know your Pistons trying to make some moves, and they'll be around. But I don't know. I mean, Milwaukee is trouble in New York, so we don't know what that looking like.
You know well, and they didn't. What's the name? You talking about Milwaukee? Didn't Giannis talking about wanting to trade or no?
Nah, he hasn't made anything official yet, and so he chilling. But I'm pretty sure he watching what they about to do this summer.
Yeah,
because Dame not playing. No, he ruptured that Achilles, so he's done. He's not gonna play at all next year. They already announced that, so he done. Same thing with Tatum. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Indy gonna look like because Hollyberg, Holly, he done because he tore it in the in the finals. So that's a whole year. That's a whole year. So he's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wide open. So even though we might be selling some pieces off, the East wide open.
That is true. It is wide open, man.
Like, we'll see. Bro. We still keep going for it, bro. And if we can make the finals, even get close, like Eastern Conference Championship with that type of roster, just wait till Tatum get back. That's scary.
I don't know. I don't see Boston doing that, bro. Because even if, say Tatum come back, it's not like he's going to come back and just be Tatum offer up. You know what I'm saying? He's going to need, I would say, about a good 20 games.
Yeah, all day for sure. Yeah,
get back into real game shape. You know,
the East wide open, bro. I think Boston go for it. I want Tank.
Yeah, I predict the Tank, bro. I think. Yeah, I mean, they might make the play in because if you make the play in, I think you're still a lottery team. Yeah. I think you're still a lottery. Damn, so they might make the play in, and get kicked out of the play in.
From first to play in,
bro. They lost one of the biggest pieces of the team, and they traded another pretty important piece. Like
I think, man, I don't think that's a fall from grace. I don't think that fall that far, bro. I'm gonna say 4th or 5th. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back. I'll take it back. 3rd or 4th. He's wide open.
Definitely not.
3rd or 4th.
That right. You still got the Knicks. You still got, even though I know Cleveland wet the bed, I think Cleveland does better.
Cleveland might be first. Might be first this year. Next season, I should say. Cleveland might be first, especially with the pieces and everything what they're doing. And then after that is wide open. Because Indy without Halliburton, bro, they gonna be struggling, bro. They're gonna win some games, but they ain't.
I still see them as a mid-tier team. So like how you would put Boston like around 3rd or 4th, I would put Indy 3rd or 4th. You know what I'm saying? And I would put, of course, I got Boston sliding down to 8 or 9.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a crazy take.
Yeah, but just wait. Just continue. Just wait, because they're what they're trying to do is get under that apron. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure if they did it with this trade or if they still got to cut some
they
weight.
got 12 mil. I mean,
So
sounds 12 million is a lot for us. We'll take it. You know,
right,
they was over 60. So
yeah. So I think I don't
they
think we're
chopping that
done.
tree. Chopping that tree.
I don't think that we're done hearing about Boston in the
We'll see,
news
man.
as far as cutting weight and whatnot, bro. You
But
know, and they're
speaking,
gonna gear up for 26, 27.
but speaking of, go ahead,
Uh
go ahead.
huh. No, I was gonna say one thing is maybe we touched on this, but with the draft,
Mm-hmm.
do you think we might start to see players wait? Start seeing less one and done players now that we've got the NCAA actually paying players. They got the little
Yeah,
salary cap in place and
I think
whatnot.
so. Yes, I think
Yeah,
so. Because there's guys. So now, I mean, a lot of guys will now. I think they're still gonna be one and dones, but what they're gonna do is they're gonna file that. It's like this little timeline. So pretty much, you say I'm gonna declare for the NBA draft. I'm gonna go to a few combines, a few workouts, so I can get a grade, and then I'll make my decision if I'm gonna go forward with the draft or take my name back and return to school. So they have that window now. It's like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then you can say, "Hey, man, I think I'm good enough to go, but I'm about to have some private workouts. I'm gonna get with some scouts. I'm about to like turn up, and then they can give you your grade, kind of say, "Hey, man, this is where we at, and this is where a lot of teams are viewing you." And then you
yeah.
can
Because
say,
if you like
"Okay."
late first rounder, I'm gonna go back. I might as well go back to school. Go ahead,
So
still get paid off
yeah,
off
and
from the
then go get some
school,
NIL.
NIL,
Yep.
whatever,
And so now
and then come back
I think
as an early
that's
first rounder.
I think that's dope that they do that. The NFL should do that too, but I know the NBA they like, hey, go ahead, get with some scouts, go do some private workouts, go let some people grade you and really see like if you really about that action. And then if you get a low grade, yeah, I'm coming back. I'm come back.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think you don't. I think you don't
Already
see
got
that
me an
in
endorsement deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a little bit of sauce. I'm good. I'm not. Because most people, everybody know who went when they done. It's about the money.
yeah.
And
Well,
right. I
I
mean, I
think
ain't
you don't see
mad.
it in the NFL because you don't really see one and dones in NFL. In the NFL,
No, it's 3.
you have to get your body to a certain point to even
Absolutely.
handle
Yeah.
NFL competition. So I don't think that's why you don't. I think that's why you don't see it in NFL because it's not really needed. Like you can be a high schooler really and play in the NBA. LeBron James, let's say that Cooper
KG.
Flagg,
All that.
KG. Well, specifically, I'm talking about people who probably could have played as 11th graders. Like LeBron could have made it as 11th grader. I think Cooper Flagg could have made it as an 11th grader. Possibly KG as well. There's a few people. Kevin Durant, I know he had to go to college, but
He went that one
he could
year.
have come out. He could
Mello.
have come out. Yeah, Melo, you know what I'm saying? Those are players who could have come out straight out of high school if the rule wasn't there because you're not taking that same kind of beating, that punishment that you would in the NFL. So I think that's why you don't have that 2 week window. To your point, T, you just don't need it in the NFL.
Yeah. But
You know what I'm saying?
I think it won't be as many people going one and done because they got their endorsement deal. There's still gonna be some people
Yeah,
like, yo, like
yeah. There's gonna
I
be
am
some
really, really
talents that's
good.
just
I
ready.
am really, yeah, I'm just really, really good.
Yeah,
Cooper Flag. It's gonna be
yeah,
like really, really good. But what's gonna happen is, and we're seeing it, you might want to stay in because the NBA really ain't checking for you. They checking overseas.
yeah. I see. I like it, bro. I think that it's just gonna
Because
improve the quality of the
it
players.
should because
They're just coming to come in game
the
ready. They're gonna
cats
come in
the
ready to play, not so much projects.
France just put 4 more in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like,
Okay.
we in trouble. like, and the thing is, they're already seasoned because since the age of 16, you know how it is. They already they playing with people our age. They hooping. They really
You know,
hooping. And so by
it's
the time they
funny.
19, they already been playing 4 years in a league of people that's already like 24, 25, 30, whatever. They're ready. You know what I'm saying? They already ready. And they're fundamentally ready here too. So yeah, that's where they're
Yeah,
going. And so it's gonna make kids in the US like, yeah, I need all of that, all those things. So
yeah. It's funny. You mentioned France. I was watching something somewhere, and they was debating on the Gills Arena. Luka. So Luka is going to play ball in Slovenia, and there's like a lot of controversy. Should he go play or should he stay in the States and focus on his game, whatever that means?
same
And
difference.
to me, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, bro, the best way to get better at something is to do that thing. So if you want to get better at basketball, go hoop. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny that this debate is happening. This is on the heels of LeBron James, and again, Mind the Game podcast, and went viral maybe a couple weeks ago about saying like how he kind of hated the whole, get a trainer and work on this part of the game, that part of the game. He's like, especially if you're a younger
Yeah, I
player,
remember you saying that, bro. Go
yeah,
hoop.
just go out and hoop. Now, granted, we know that Luka at this point is not the quote unquote younger player, and certainly he could benefit from some individualized training. But
Yeah,
my
maybe
thought is
a
still,
dietitian, maybe.
yeah, well, defense. We talking about more so defense.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
facts.
yeah. Get them feet moving on defense, bro. But my thought is still playing in Slovenia. Like you're just gonna get better overall just by playing the game. You want to
Yeah.
be in shape? Go run up and down the court. Play games and you'll stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? So like, matter of fact, if you think about because he's had some fairly major injuries over the last few years, I would think that the times where he just played all year round, like if he played some NBA ball and went to Slovenia, played over there for whatever reason, he probably had less injuries. I don't exactly know. I'm freestyling. Somebody can fact check me on that. But I would think the seasons where he truly took off and he came back and to work his way back into game shape, I'll bet you those are the years he got hurt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Versus the
Absolutely.
times where if he just like now he'll go to Slovenia, play for a little bit, come back to the States in pretty good shape, work his way in NBA shape, hopefully move his feet on defense,
Yep.
and we'll see what the Lakers do.
Let me pull that up because I think that was 2 years ago. Well, 3 years ago because it's 2025 and the World Championships, the World Games, and I want to say he played. Yeah, they went to the finals. They came back and went to the finals. So, but he was playing for Slovenia during that summer.
Yeah.
But that's the year they went to the finals. But he
Yeah,
was hooping
and then
all year.
last year,
But
last
to your
year,
point, he hooped all year,
hooped all year.
hooped all summer, came back, busting everybody ass, and went to the NBA Finals.
Exactly.
Got to work on the defense though. Yeah,
Gotta work on the defense.
Got to work on that though.
And they've kind of even put in perspective. They did have the Olympics last summer, but if I'm not mistaken, Slovenia didn't even qualify.
That didn't qualify.
Yeah,
he tried
so
though, because he tried to qualify him during the World Championships. He was trying. Yeah, they were on the bubble. They were a bubble country. Yeah, and so they had to finish at least. They had to make a podium, at least bronze in the World Championships. And of course, that didn't happen.
Didn't make it happen. So basically, he didn't play last summer, and he got hurt last year.
Yeah, he did. He missed a good bit of time
when he was still in Dallas.
Yep, he sure did. So those are facts.
Let the man hoop. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he'll come back in October in NBA shape.
Yeah, he played 70 games, and guess what? That's the most he played ever since he was a rookie. So that summer, prior to that summer 2023, when he was at the World Championship games trying to help Slovenia just get a berth, he was out there trying to bust people's ass.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, they lost to Serbia, which obviously Serbia just had too many people, but they lost to Serbia. Yeah. Serbia ran through him, and then that was it. But he played 70 games. Then he came back, played 70 games, and went to the NBA Finals. So there you have it. Yeah. So you're right. You know what I'm saying? Because he averages 61 games a season as the average. That ain't bad.
It ain't great either. I mean, because I think you got to play 65 games to get a trophy now.
Yep. To get first team selections, all those good stuff. That's your bonuses. So, but yeah, those are the most games he's ever played since he was a rookie. Oh yeah, go hoop. I'm cool with it.
Hoop, bro. That's what it's about.
Yeah, man. Speaking of overseas, man, as Luka heading over there, it's been shout out Rob, bro, because we don't take nothing serious, man. Our culture, bro, can't give us a phone. Don't give us no accounts to log into. Because the crazy thing going on right now is the black community, man, and I love them, man. Man, they've been logging in and they've been joining all the Iran social media sites. It could be dating sites, the little Zoom, like the Iran version of Clubhouse, all those things. And our community has been showing up with the cameras on, like, hey, y'all, I'm in the U.S. It ain't me who did it. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing has been the hashtag Iran Black. Man, can't give us nothing, bro. Hashtag Iran Black if you on X, Twitter. And bro, we out here. We talking to everybody in Iran that we can and that can understand English. Say, yo, we don't want no smoke. We know you're gonna try to get your get back, but just don't get back with us. You invited to the cookout. Like it's several videos, so DC listeners just go in there. You just start looking at them, and you'll see so many of us from the black community joining like these Iran clubhouses, like the Facebooks, the MySpace, but only Iran. And we signing up. And we video talking, we video calling everybody, bro. Letting people know it ain't us. Though there's one, I don't remember the gentleman's name, man. I gotta pull it up. But that dude showed up, and he out of our culture, you know, he had the black comb. Everybody got that little black comb. He put it on his put it over his top lip, so he looked like he had the mustache, real thick mustache, like the Iranians.
that Mario Luigi mustache.
Yeah, so he let everybody know, like, look, man, we ain't got no smoke with y'all. But the crazy part is the Iranians, though, that when he had that video call with them, they're all laughing. Like, I mean, hysterical, not laughing at him, just laughing like, yo, this dude funny, bro. Like, it was a, you can tell he wasn't being laughed at. He's like, we laughing with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? He let people know, like, look, and one guy was trying to speak to him. He's like, look, I don't understand what you're saying, but all I'm telling you is I don't want no smoke. But if one of y'all speak English, let them know, man, we good. Like, we good. We good. Right. Man.
We ain't even tripping over here.
We're not tripping, bro. What's your take on it, bro? You gonna sign up? You want to sign up to one of these Iranian accounts, bro?
Man, I'm gonna just say
what's pop.
My name Paul. That's between y'all, you know. And I feel like that's the overall message. Is like, yo, don't lump us with that orange face mother over there. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't launched them missiles. We ain't dropped them bombs, bro. We ain't got no smoke.
Pretty much.
So. Yeah, I get it, man. I think you're seeing that across the board, with the deportations, with the situation with Iran, the situation Ukraine and Russia. I think just all across the board, like it's just folks letting it be known, like, yo, we do not stand with that man over there. We ain't vote for him like that. So when you decide to get your get back, just know. Like, I'm not the driver. You know, we was talking about Pusha T and shooting at the driver. Yeah. I am not the driver. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Rob for that one.
Don't shoot at me. I'm not driving the car. I'm kind of in the car, but I didn't really want to be in the car. I'm almost like Cuba Gooding.
Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. I'm with you. Because I know Iran, like, man, you American, though. Because someone's going to feel that way.
Which when you in the car. Someone's going to feel that way. You in the car.
But here's the thing, bro. I didn't even know we was driving that way. I fell asleep. I was in the backseat and I fell asleep. I didn't even know, bro. I thought we was on the way home. You feel me?
I woke up and was like, what we doing on this block?
Like, I heard noise and that shit woke me up. That's literally what happened, bro. I was asleep. Like, you know how it is, bro. You in the backseat.
This what y'all on?
This what y'all on? I was in the backseat going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? They was driving. They was like, we're going to be home in a little bit. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
You know I thought they was dropping me off.
Yeah, I was like, man, when I get, hey, bro, we here. Man, I woke up to like noise, and that was nothing I expected. I was scared. I was scared just like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It startled me, bro. Like, I didn't know what was going on, bro. And then I pulled my phone out, and I see all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, we went. Bro, why don't you just take me home, bro? You could have just dropped me out before you went to go do that. So that's pretty much what's going on. I feel you. Like you said, I was in the car, but where we would sleep.
Yeah.
We would sleep in the back seat.
They did not tell me.
And for you ignorant people, I don't know if that makes us gay or not if we fall asleep in the back seat of the car.
Yeah.
Somebody trying, I don't know.
Right. Nah, yeah, whatever. I'll be
there. Thank you, dog. Right. We talking today, bro. We on the same wavelength, bro.
I thought he was going to Wingstop. I fell asleep on the way. I woke up.
I mean, we had got the Wingstop, so I thought we was on the way home. I ate it, got the itis. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, got that 10-piece lemon pepper.
Think about it though, real talk. This is what happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I woke up to that shit. I saw it on the news when I woke up. I didn't
Not
even
only
pay attention
did I
to
just
it
wake up to it, I told them I ain't want to do it. They asked me, we all voted, right? They asked me what you want to do. I said, nah, let's not do this. And I thought we was good. They decided to do it anyway, even though I said let's not do it.
All day.
Hit that Wingstop. They got that 10-piece lemon pepper extra crispy.
All day.
With the ranch, double ranch.
Double ranch,
Fell
bro.
asleep.
Side of fries, extra seasoning.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't want nothing to do with this. Oh, I ain't want nothing to do with this, bro. But I might join that Iran TikTok, bro. See what they talking about. I might join that boy. See what they talk about, dog. Hey, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of us over there, bro. We over there. We over there advocating.
Bro, I'm about to get on Duolingo.
We
Brush
advocating
up
for
on my.
peace. We are advocating for peace over there, bro.
What do they speak in Iran? I don't even know. Like, is there an Iran
Yeah, man. It's
language?
I don't want to
Do
say
you
it's
speak Iranian?
Muslim, but yeah.
Muslim is not a language.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Persian. It looks
Persian.
like they speak Persian. So I'm gonna go on Duolingo. I'm about to learn some Persian on I'm about Duolingo.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of them, bro. You know Arabic. You speak Arabic? Or you can speak Persian. So or you can speak Kurdish. So I mean Arabic is probably one of the most general. So you know what I'm saying? We learned that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or hey man, I'm a you know they got that earbud put in your ear. So when people talking to me, yeah, man. I'm about to get on one of these videos, bro. We should invite somebody.
Now look, y'all.
We had somebody pull up next season, bro. Like, hey, man, listen. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
Any
Iranians, Iranian Americans, you know
what I'm saying? Like, I want to have a conversation. And I would love to know how you feel about it from your lens and your vantage point. You know what I'm saying? We've done that. We done had people, you know, give us their lens and their vantage point. So we here for it. That's why we the Get Right podcast, man. You know what I'm saying?
Get right.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. But I've been tempted, though. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I should sign up, bro. Be like, we good. Can you put your face to the name? So I'm on, bro.
Yeah.
I was sleeping in the car, bro. That car, man.
That junk is wild, bro.
We'll see, man.
That makes me think of this movie, Civil War. I just watched, like, it came out last year, I think. This movie, Civil War, is about like,
man.
If America split into 3 factions.
Yeah,
it was like Texas and California was a faction. Florida, I think, was its own faction.
Yep.
And it was a whole thing, and I want to say that Texas, Florida ended up winning. Not Texas, California coalition ended up winning. That's how and they ended up killing the president. But
yeah, they went against, I guess, what in the movie Civil Wars. You guys definitely check it out. Like to what DC saying, it was the country just broke into factions. So if you was on the West Coast, you know your Seattle's, your Oregon's, or everything, all the above. You
and Texas actually, which is surprising.
You were California, they just formed a faction, and then all the Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, everybody, it's Texas. But Texas and California were on the same agreement, same faction. We understood what the mission was, their beliefs. So we're gonna come together too and make an even bigger faction, and we're gonna go against the U.S. Army and military, the U.S. military in sense. But the twist and turns into it, you gotta watch the movie. You know, there were people in the military, and you know, part was like, we're gonna roll with them in Texas. So even the military split down the middle. You know what I mean? From your armies, your Marines, your Navy, all those things. They split themselves down the middle. And it kind of gives you that imagination. I wonder what that would look like. Like, what would that really look like? You know what I mean? If the military itself split themselves down the middle.
Yeah, I don't know. But I will say that I saw a lot of parallels in that movie and what's going on right now. I mean, like America's definitely fractured as far as, you know, those who voted for Trump versus those who didn't vote for him. I think there's even some splinter in those who did vote for him, those that co-signed everything he does, and those that are maybe rethinking the decision they made back in November. But the reason I see the parallels is just all the civil unrest and things like that that's going on. Now, I don't foresee a real civil war, but I do think it was a case of whoever wrote that movie kind of saw where we were going as a culture, as a people, as a country, and just kind of put it on, you know, dramatized it and put it on film. And I think it's dope. I think there's definitely a lot of subliminal, in that whole parade that nobody really showed up to. That was just very Kim Jong-un-ish. You know what I'm saying? Very dictatorish. You know what I'm saying, of a thing to do. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, he did recently had a parade. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
and it costs like $50 million, and it's like, you know, we ain't got money for, I don't know, poor people or whatever. Yeah, healthcare, things like that. But
we ain't got. Oh, here you go. Let's go there. Let's go. I'm gonna dig a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got it on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Republican, Democrat, whatever you want. We ain't got money for the veterans.
Right.
We ain't got money for our veterans.
Yeah, so
We got
we can
money for this
send.
parade,
We
though,
got enough money to send them to war. We don't have enough
to help them
to take
when they
care
get
of
home.
them when they get back. Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm about to do this parade, though. So you can be
right.
Republican, Democrat, liberal, whatever that is. We all got family who serve. No matter what it is, it could be immediate family, cousins, second cousins, all those things. We all got somebody who's serving. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? For real, for real. And when you look at it that way, he's like, man, we got to spend this money on this, but we see somebody on the corner, veteran, help.
Yep.
And they just go to the VA. But the VA ain't even get all the resources and money that they asking for.
Yeah, and then Doe's cut
I'm
some
talking about,
benefits. If y'all remember, don't forget about Doe's, yo. When
yeah.
Elon Musk was cutting jobs,
Yep.
there was some VA jobs that got cut.
Yep.
So people is sitting on hold for a little bit longer now.
But yeah. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to get a civil war, but there is some unrest. People are, everybody feel jaded. You know what I'm saying? That's human nature, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel a little jaded with certain things, how things are turning out, what you voted for, what you didn't vote for, all those things, man. If you ain't got no faith, better find a little bit of mustard seed. Just pray on some of this stuff.
He said, "Find a little bit of mustard seed."
Yeah, bro, for real. Cause you know what I'm saying? Because all of this stuff that happening, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy
Rod
work
always
out
said
here,
it, bro.
bro.
Man, we doomed, bro. If you ain't read about it, you can go read about it. You can go
I'm not
read
gonna say
about
we
it.
do. I'm not gonna say we
That's
doomed.
right, man. Like, but
I'm not
if
gonna
you
say we
look at,
doomed, but I'm gonna say we should pay attention though.
pay attention. Yeah, history repeats itself. The story is written, so go check it out. Like, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, but Robbie like, yeah, Robbie like, yo, we doomed. We doomed. We are doomed,
Yeah.
bro. From robots, proposals. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out, bro. That's all I can say. You know, one day at a time, man. Other than that, man, music has really been quiet on the home front. I know Russ dropped the album, man. To switch gears a little bit on it for the music side, Russ dropped the album. It was okay. I gave it a spin.
That's great.
I'm like right in the middle. It's not get left or get right. It's just I'm gonna leave it right here. You know,
We have to take your word for it, bro. Because I don't listen to Russ off GP.
Why don't you like Russ, bro? Because he can
I
spit.
don't know, man.
He got bars though.
He's just not a likable person to me, bro. We talked about how we shouldn't compare musicians to actors because it's like the story. We want to believe the story.
Yeah.
And whatever his story is, it just does not enthrall me, man. Like I've seen his interviews and he just comes across as
Dismissive.
somebody that I just don't want to hang out with. And so
Yeah.
I don't know. The music could be great. I'll just have to take your word for it.
It's funny you say that because that has been the rap for him. That he does come off very dismissive. He can be an asshole. All of those things, and it's too many people saying it. And some of it got to be true, bro. like some of it got to be true, bro. Like some of it got to be true, bro. That you really be like dismissive towards people, man.
Well, but we've seen it. Though. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen like he's said it in interviews. Like, I don't care about what people think, and it's like the people. What people? When you say people, what people are you referring to? People who listen to your music?
Fans, people listen to music. People who have interviewed them. Say he comes off a little standoffish.
Yeah.
You know, Reddit talks about any and everything. Anybody if you ever want to read something about somebody or someone, Reddit got a whole chat for him. You always go to Reddit, and even Reddit, there's a whole thing about like why does people hate Russ the rapper? There's a Reddit. You know what I'm saying? Because we were talking about it before. We went live, so I was like, I know why you probably feel that way. And then I was like, because I've heard about those things, and people said
he's very hateable.
He's just too cocky and full of himself. He thinks he's smarter than everyone and tried to teach everyone lessons about ethics. But this dude's such an asshole.
Yeah.
He's like hit or miss with music. So you have to be consistently great, but you're acting like you're better than everybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? People say, hey, man, he has good music, good content, but now it's coming very repetitive, but he acts like it's new.
See, I wouldn't even know because I don't listen to enough of his music to know if it's repetitive or not.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? People and someone was like, yo, he's very, very, very arrogant. Just check out a lot of his interviews. Man, if you're acting like that in front of someone who's trying to give you the time and space to share your story, you're a cornball. It's true. I like that. I like that comment.
Yeah.
That was a good comment. I'm reading them on Reddit right now. That's a good comment because it's true.
Yeah.
Think about it. All these magazines, people, they're interviewing you, bro. Asking to talk
Yeah.
to you to share your story, bro. Not to probably be, shunning them and being dismissive, bro. They're giving you a platform to probably, hopefully, gain new fans, you know what I mean? So yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That is
It's
corny.
nasty, bro.
That's corny.
Nasty work.
Yeah, I think that's corny. That's a cornball move. Someone said I used to live a few doors down from this dude, and just outside of the Georgia, Atlanta area. You know what I'm saying? Super very arrogant. He got to start from some of his best friends and some of his best friends' older brothers who was into like stocks and bonds. And so people saying he's a funded kid. Yeah, funded. Yeah, he's funded. So you know what I'm saying? He ain't come from nothing, man. They was like, man, he's like, bro, this is the guy. He's like, I used to live from a few doors down in Roswell, Georgia.
Roswell.
Yeah. Sounds like a place that we probably live there. I probably live there now. This is probably Roswell, Georgia, where I'm living at right now. Let's Google Roswell, Georgia.
I didn't know he came out of the South.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He be repping Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he be repping Georgia. So Roswell, Georgia. Man. What's so good about Roswell, Georgia?
You know, I mean,
yeah. This is definitely suburbs. This is definitely suburbs, bro. Yeah. Population 92,000 people.
A small town.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, he dropped an album. That's cool.
Yeah.
Still waiting for this Pusha T. I think it was next Friday. I think it's next Friday. This Pusha T and clips drop. We gonna see. We can see how that look. They're gonna do they 10,000 first week.
I mean, he might do a little more. People gonna be streaming it, man. People gonna be streaming it for Pharrell too.
I don't think the streams are gonna be what you think it's gonna be. I mean, I was kind of being funny with the 10,000, but I don't really see it doing numbers. I mean, one clips is I think they went platinum when they were still a group, but a lot of time has passed. They don't really have the budget because they had to buy themselves out of a deal.
Yeah,
which to me that still makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That Kendrick verse wasn't worth no $1 million. As long as
Pusha being messy, bro. There's a promo, like you said. So we good.
Yeah. My thing is, why not just drop it as a Lucy though? Like, why buy yourself out of an album for this verse? Like, my thought is, I would just cut the song. It's 2025. You could have just dropped that as a Lucy, and it still would have, got to the people. You know what I mean? And you could have stayed with the label and had a real marketing budget and things like that, other than just basically have viral moments and let that just be your marketing. You know what I mean? Get on Times Square or something. But now we'll see how it go. But aside from that, it's been a slow week for music for me, man. I haven't really seen anything drop that I really wanted to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. I'm listening to what's his name? Dave East. He dropped a collab album with Young Chris. From Chris and Neef. Yeah. So that was dope. Matter of fact, that's what made. I don't think we talked about this last.
We didn't.
Time about Lil Wayne.
Oh,
collabs.
Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about it. We didn't talk about it. So go ahead and post that question, bro.
So what made me think about it was, Dave East dropped a collab album with
Young Chris from Chris and Neef.
Yeah, with Young Chris from Chris and Neef.
Right.
And Dave East does a lot of collab albums.
Yes,
so I'm a Dave East fan, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
And he drops almost like currency, like just all the time. And he puts a lot of collab albums, things like that. And we've already established that Wayne needs to stop dropping solo albums, especially after Carter 6, that abomination. And but he's put out some good collabs. He did Collar Grove 2 times with 2 Chainz.
Yep.
He's had another collab we didn't love. He did it for the YNs. He did a collab with some young rapper, man. I can't think of who it was, but it was like 6, 7 songs. It was pretty trash. But even so, we decided, hey, man, Wayne, you should just do collabs. You don't need to do the heavy lifting anymore. Just be a part of the group. Come in, turn in your verses. Let somebody else do the songwriting, the hooks and stuff like that. So the question is, if we were A&Rs, if we're agents, if we're managers for Lil Wayne, who do we put Wayne in the studio with? Who should he be collabing with at this stage of his career?
I would do EP. So like 6 or less with Dame Dollar. I think that'd be dope.
Do we want to hear that?
Yeah.
Because I only heard that one song, which was dope off of the Dame album.
Yeah, he be spitting, bro. They got a few collabs. Minutes? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Dame got content. I like that. Dame got content.
All right.
Dame got content. He be spitting. Man, they got like a couple songs together. Because Dan got like 3 albums out though. And he got Wayne on every single one of them.
He does. I
And
didn't even know that.
all 3 of them slap.
Okay.
Literally all 3 of them slap. So I'm good with 6 of them. Another album. Let's go to trifecta, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get 2 Chainz on the phone. But let's do this Cali Grove 3 and call it a wrap. Let's hit a 3. Let's do a 3-piece. I think that would be amazing. Oh, bro, I think I would say another EP though. Another 6-track, bro. Corday. Get with Corday. You know what I'm saying? And knock that out. And then lastly, because we're at that end of that rope, like you said, man, the tide is changing. That's just part of life. Father Time, undefeated. Man, do a collab with Nicki. The Alien and the Barbie. I want to see it.
I think a collab with Nicki would be dope. And I think it would do crazy numbers. And I think with Nicki, of all the collabs
if we got a couple features on it, you know how I go, but them two.
Of all the collabs you've mentioned, I would be the most interested to see the one with Nicki. Because one thing about Nicki is she puts out polished work. She puts out polished work. So I could see her saying, "Hey, look, nah, I can't put my name on this song, or I can't put my name on this song."
Yeah. They might have to like scrap it or replace it or do it over. Okay. I'm thinking at first I'm thinking like, Nicki like, nah, I ain't touching this shit. You see what Wayne doing right now?
Yeah,
that's how it first landed on my ear, but I computed.
Like they would probably do 20 songs together and drop 10 of them. That's kind of what I mean.
For sure.
Another one, I think. The other ones, I mean, like,
I'm gonna say, who's on your list? Who I'm missing?
2 Chainz is almost too easy because I mean they did 2 good albums together. A third one, like,
I mean, but
you know,
let's ease yourself in. We didn't do too well. Last month, bro. Let's just ease ourselves in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that's all I'm saying, bro. Let's get Chainz together and knock this out of the park, bro. And because Chainz got it. You know what I'm saying? Chainz can step away and still come back. He's shown it. So come on.
Yeah. You know so my selfish list.
Okay.
One, I'm gonna say Dave East. I'm
a
big Dave East fan.
Okay.
I know outside of New York, he probably doesn't get a lot of love.
Very interesting collab. I'm here for it though, but it's interesting.
Well, the thing to me it works is because one thing about Wayne is Wayne really he is a chameleon now more than ever, and he can change his style based off of
who he rap with.
Correct. And I I want to hear that. I want to hear New York Wayne. I want to hear Dipset Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So who could bring that out of him? Dave East. Another person I would say, actually, I don't know if this is a person, but it's still a collab. Zelda, all of Griselda. Get Benny the Butcher in there. Get Conway the Machine in there. Get Westside Gun in there. All 4 of them. All put them all in the studio and let them bang out whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let Wayne be the
album. Yeah, because I think if we talking about an album, you talking about 4 members, potentially more. You got Bobby James. I think he's Griselda. You got some other, Stove God Cooks. You got some lesser known members of Griselda, and I feel like if it's a collab album,
we need like 12, 15 tracks
with Wayne. Yeah, make it an album, and I think it'll be amazing because then we're gonna get mixtape Wayne, and Wayne is not gonna be all on auto tune. For all the album, he's gonna come in with
you better step your bar. Yeah, you better step your shit up. You better step your.
But he does.
Up. I ain't talking about Wayne. I ain't talking about Wayne.
Oh, you talking about everybody else?
Oh yeah.
But see, the thing is, you don't necessarily have to keep up with Wayne. It's just you just got to come with that energy.
Yeah,
and I think it works.
That too. Okay, so you got that. So you got
so that one, and then that one probably wouldn't do huge numbers, but I would love it. One I do think could do numbers and could potentially revitalize both of their careers in terms of relevancy. Rick Ross. I'd like to see Wayne and Rick Ross. That would be that would be a crazy collab because Ross could do. I'm not Ross. Wayne could do the auto tune. I know he likes auto tune, so he could do a little auto tune. And Ross, of course, ain't gonna do that. I feel like that would be a crazy tour too. Yeah, like they dropped the album, they toured the album. They're doing pretty good size, maybe not basketball arenas, but they're doing pretty good size arenas. They can make some good money on the road, bro. You know what I'm saying? They both share fan bases. You know, if you like Wayne, you like Ross and vice versa.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen though. That's not gonna happen.
You said no?
Nah, because of the Drake situation.
Situation. Yeah.
Drake situation.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I'm thinking in my head as you're telling me, and I was like, oh, they're gonna have some dope collabs. They can probably get Drake. And I was like, oh no, Ross don't. They need to mend that fence. They make great
I think
music
I think
together.
they can get
They
past that,
make
bro.
great
Because
music
because
together, bro. Ross and Drake
Drake and Ross,
make great music
they
together,
make
bro.
great music, and then Drake and
Great.
Ross beef. That beef wasn't that deep.
That shit wasn't serious to me, bro.
So I feel like
Ross.
they can
I think that
squash
was more
that.
so Ross, bro. That was more so
Yeah.
Ross' fault.
So they can squash that. They can get past that. And Wayne do the collab with him. Drake might jump on, Drake might not jump on, but
But man,
you know,
they make great music. Okay, so you got Ross, we got Griselda, we got Day East. Was there anybody else? I gave you 4. Was that your 3, or you had somebody else in mind, or was it?
But that's my 3.
Did I give you?
Davies. I said
Okay.
I said Davies, Griselda, Ross.
Okay,
That's my 3.
I was making sure because I or maybe I had somebody on your list that matched it. Probably like 2 Chainz or Nicki. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you said Nicki.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have said Change because we seen it.
Yeah.
Nicki is a good. Probably of your list, I would say Nicki would be my favorite. I would definitely be checking for that.
Yeah. That's why I think it'll be wild.
Yeah.
If I had to rank it, like I said, I'm okay with Collar, bro. Like, but I would love to see him do something with Corday. I love to see him, bro. Corday be spitting, bro. Corday be spitting, bro.
They do, bro. Like,
and I think, and they make like every blue moon because they only got 2 tracks together, but they was spitting on both of them. Yeah, like I said, Corday be spitting, bro. I think it's gonna be good. I think it'd be good. Like I said, an EP though. I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot.
Definitely, if they did something, it would need to be EP.
Yeah.
Corday is like, I look at Corday as like steamed broccoli. Like, and what I mean is, broccoli's good for you. It's a power green. Usually, but it's like, don't nobody get excited over steamed broccoli. You know what I mean? And that's how I look at Corday. Like, he nice. You right, bro. The content is there.
Mm-hmm.
He's somebody you want to root for
all day.
But it's kind of boring. It's kind of like, yeah, Corday. Oh yeah, Corday dropped it. Like he's like, yeah, I should root for it because it's the right thing to do, but it's not something I just, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody just say, yo, I can't wait for that Corday to drop, bro.
Man,
I don't know.
That's tough, bro. We'll see, man. Well, we'll see. 2026. I don't think Wayne gonna be doing anything. He might pop up on a feature now and again. Maybe we'll see.
Yo, last thing that just came up in my head, JID. That'll be an EP, not an album. That'd be too much.
I'm with it.
Too much for an album, but EP.
Ooh.
I feel like Wayne could get in that bag. He could get in that JID bag a little bit.
JID gonna. Ooh.
And I feel like JID would test him.
Yep. I'm gonna say JID gonna come for him, dog.
Yeah.
He gonna literally come for him, dog.
Yeah,
it's gonna make Wayne think like, oh, he just sent this verse.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
Because Steel would definitely sharpen steel in that studio.
Yeah, because JID does that. Even there in time when he on the track with Cole, he be rapping his ass up, dog.
Right.
He be rapping his ass up, dog.
Right. Well, then I don't know if you heard the song, his verse on Offset. Offset dropped the song on Friday.
Yep.
And he stole the show with his verse. He went stupid.
Yep.
Yeah. So him and Wayne going back and forth for 6-7 tracks. Yeah. That'd be nice. The only thing that would make me nervous is the beat selection. So like, if you've ever listened to a JID album, his albums are very left field. You know what I'm saying? So his verses, if he features on somebody else, it might be a conventional sounding verse, something that's gonna be
snapping, boy.
But on his own albums, he be picking some questionable. Yeah, it'd be up and down. It'd be a little questionable. So that, and we already know Wayne's beat selection is questionable by himself. So you get both of them together, you might get more songs with elephants. Elephants and monkeys on the track.
Get together. All right, JID. Wayne. But get Cole to executive produce it. Okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Like, yeah, you get Cole or
because we already established the fact that not a lot of mainstream producers messing with Wayne. So I was like, get Cole to EP that boy and make it happen.
Yeah, you know what's weird? I want to say Kevin Durant. I want to say Kevin Durant executive produced somebody's album.
Yeah, LeBron did too. LeBron did 2 Chainz.
LeBron did 2 Chainz?
Yeah. Yep. that go to the
See,
league. That rapper go to the league. Yeah,
maybe
LeBron.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
So okay,
LeBron.
so
LeBron
so
actually
so KD
EP'd
did
that.
Drake Scary Hours 3.
Mm-hmm.
So nah, yeah. So maybe I'm thinking about LeBron James because
Yeah,
I know there
LeBron
was an
did.
athlete who
Rapper go to the
EP'd.
league. Yeah. Yep, LeBron
Okay.
did. Yep, because 2 Chainz talking about they recorded that in L.A. They did that album in L.A.
Well, in that case, I say LeBron. Yeah. Put LeBron in the room with JID and Wayne.
Yeah,
Have him pick the beats or
have
whatever.
him connect with Cole too. I think yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
Only one can dream. But
Yeah. That would be
only
fire.
one can dream, bro.
That would be fire.
Yeah, man. So we'll see.
Make it happen.
Oh, Wayne, make it happen, bro. Speaking of that, bro, as the homie Wild always likes to, leave a quote, and you just said make it happen, bro. I'm looking at this quote right now. Sometimes later becomes never. Do it now.
Do it now. No time like the present.
All day, bro.
Why you waiting?
So
Get your ass up.
Get your ass up. All day.
Get up, get out, and get something. Shout out to Goody Mob.
It's all day. Hey, James Dolan. I hope you heard that.
Right.
Knicks need you to get up and go do something. You gotta clean your own fuck up, bro. You gotta clean it up, dog. That crazy. But as always, man, when the homie Ryan introduced himself with it, what up, though? Those 3 famous words, man, when he joined the show, man, as always, man, I gotta end it with 3. Kill the music.